Tension as the former President Uhuru Kenyatta receives bad evening news. Welcome to Kenyan Lens Media, where we bring you news updates as they break. Now, the Jubilee Party suffered a significant setback on Thursday, February 5th, after more than 700 grassroots leaders in Laikipia County formally defected and declared their alignment with the government. The group, led by the county chairperson Solin Wanjiku stated that what they describe as a growing disconnect between Jubilee's national leadership and the realities facing residents on the ground. The defection comes amid changes in the party's national leadership and marks a new political chapter in Laikipia's evolving landscape. The announcement was made publicly and it was coordinated, and it carried weight. At the center of the development is Solin Wanjiku. She is not a minor figure in Laikipia politics, and in the 2022 general election, she contested for the Laikipia West parliamentary seat on a Jubilee Party ticket. She secured 12,075 votes. That performance stood out as it came at a time when the United Democratic Alliance wave was strong in the region. Running on Jubilee ticket during that period was a political risk, yet she remained competitive. That history gives her influence among grassroots supporters, and that influence appears to have moved. Mwendia, together with other 700 grassroots officials, now says Jubilee's national direction no longer reflects the needs of Laikipia residents. The leaders describe a widening gap between decisions made at the national level and the daily realities faced by voters in the county. They say they remained loyal during difficult moments, but they now believe alignment with the government will better serve their constituents. This shift follows the recent entry of former Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i into the Jubilee Party leadership, and according to Mwendia, that development represents a departure from what she calls the concerns of the party's original foot soldiers. She argues that those who sustained the party at the grassroots feel sidelined by the new direction at the top. The resignation was formalized in the letter dated March 5, 2026. It was addressed to the party's National Secretary General in Nairobi, and in that letter, Mwendia stated that the party's current national posture no longer aligns with the aspirations and immediate priorities of Laikipia residents. She referenced a strong support base. She pointed to her role during the 2022 elections. She also recalled her participation as a visible figure during the Azimio-led demonstrations in 2023. According to the letter, the decision to leave Jubilee followed consultations with the grassroots supporters and members of her campaign team. The message was clear. She says her responsibility is to ensure that her constituents are represented at major national decision-making platforms. And for many in Laikipia, the move is both strategic and symbolic. And strategic because it positions former Jubilee leaders closer to the center of power. Symbolic because it signals a shift away from opposition politics towards government alignment. Political observers note that grassroots structures are critical in Kenyan politics, and county-level officials mobilize voters. They coordinate local campaigns, they shape political messaging, and a defection at this scale affects more than party membership members. It affects networks, it affects influence, and it may reshape voter alignment ahead of the next general election. The timing is also important as Kenya's political landscape remains fluid. Coalitions are adjusting and parties are defining their identity. In that context, local leaders are assessing where they can secure development resources and national visibility for their regions. Mwendia has also declared her intention to contest for the Laikipia senatorial seat in the upcoming general election. That announcement introduces a new contest in the county politics, and the current senator, John Kinyua, is expected to defend the seat. He is likely to run on a DCP ticket, and if the scenario unfolds, then Laikipia could witness a competitive race that reflects the broader national political realignments. Mwendia describes her move as part of the strengthening method, what she calls the government wing in Laikipia. She says the aim is to ensure the county has direct access to decision-making spaces at the national level. And for residents, the question is practical. Will this shift translate into tangible development? Will alignment with government improve service delivery? Will it bring more national projects to Laikipia? These are questions voters often ask when political loyalties change. Laikipia County has diverse political interests, and it is home for agricultural communities, pastoral regions, and also growing urban centers. Access to infrastructure, water, security, and economic opportunities remain central to local campaigns. Grassroots leaders play a key role in communicating those needs upward. The defection therefore signals more than internal party disagreements. It reflects a calibration of strategy, and for Jubilee Party, the loss of more than 700 grassroots leaders in a single county is significant. Grassroots networks are the foundation of party survival between election cycles. They organize meetings, they maintain vocal visibility, they mobilize during campaigns, and when those structures shift, rebuilding takes time. The party's national leadership has yet to issue a detailed response to the Laikipia development, but the implications are clear. Political strength is often measured at a local level before it is felt nationally, and this development also highlights the ongoing realignment within opposition ranks. And new figures enter party leadership positions, internal dynamics can change. Supporters who once felt represented may reassess their place, and Mwendia's reference to consultations with the supporters suggests that this was not a sudden move. It was framed as a collective decision shaped by discussions on the ground. In Kenyan politics, loyalty often intersects with access, and local leaders frequently weigh ideological alignment against the need to secure development for their constituencies. And in this case, argument presented centers on representation and access to decision-making platforms. For Laikipia West voters who supported Mwendia in 2022, the shift may prompt reflection. Some may follow her, others may remain with Jubilee, but the conversation has already begun, and it will likely shape campaign narratives in the coming months. Across the country, parties are preparing early. Realignments at the county level often signal larger national movements. For now, what is certain is this: more than 700 Jubilee grassroots leaders in Laikipia have formally shifted allegiance. Their county chairperson has resigned, and she has declared interest in the senatorial race, and she has aligned herself with the government wing, and the coming months will reveal how voters respond. Whether this shift strengthens a political standing or whether it reshapes party structures in Laikipia, but the political map of the county has already changed quietly, decisively, and these consequences may extend beyond county borders. In politics, numbers matter, but direction matters more, and tonight Laikipia stands at a new political crossroads, shaped not by slogans but by shifting alliances on the ground.